Alright, today we're going to be talking about alignment lesson on paper quilts. This is really a 3-day lesson. We're going to cut it down to 2. Unless we don't get it, then we'll pick up the 3rd day so we can try to review on the last day before the test, which is this coming Thursday. And I want you to think of something. When I say, what is 1/2 of something, what do I mean by that? What am I doing? And hopefully your answer would be, you're cutting it in half. You're splitting it up. So if I want 50% and you want 50%, we're going to cut it right down the middle, and hopefully this will be 1/2. So that'll be 1/2, that'll be 1/2. And then the paper quilts that we're going to be thinking about today, and this is on your alignment lesson sheet that I handed out to you, we want to be able to divide it in equal parts and be able to make sure everyone has something. And you can see finding half of a square on that page. And all we're doing is cutting things in half. If I had a rectangle and I said cut that in half, what would you have to do? Well, you'd find approximately what is 1/2, and you're going to split it right in the middle. So, and then this is all shaded in, and I'll say what portion of the shape is not filled in, and you say 1/2. Or if I say what portion of the shape is filled in, still 1/2. We want to take it a little bit further now, and we want to say, I want you to find the 1/4 of a square. So now, instead of just doing a basic 1/2, we want to find out what is 1/4 of a square. So we have a square again. And I'm trying to make sure it's a perfect square. And first of all, we have to cut it in half. That's 1/2 of a square. This is 1/2, this is 1/2. But to make it a 1/4, we have to cut it in half again. So it's kind of like folding your paper and then folding your paper again. And then we're going to come up right up the middle. Now, each block is 1/4 or 1/4. Another way of saying it. And if you add up 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that will equal 4. You don't change. That's called a numerator. This is called a numerator. Down at the bottom, we don't change it. It's called a denominator. So 4/4, or 1/2. And when we do more fractions near the end of the school year, you'll understand a little bit more about the terminology, but just trying to get you ready and know it's coming. A numerator and denominator, or 4/4, is 1/2. So trying to see how a square is folded up. And really, if you think about it, you guys do it quite a bit when I say fold your paper in half. You're already doing your square or rectangle in half, then fold it in half again. You'll end up coming as a 1/4. Tonight, as you guys do your finding 1/2 of a square and everything like that, there's going to be a worksheet that goes with this. So make sure you have that worksheet. Have it on my website, and you should have one to go home with you. But we're going to be finding out whether it's 1/2 of something, 1/4 of something. If I would have drawn this and I would have changed it up a little bit, and let's just say, let's get rid of all that one. Instead of trying to figure out all that. Now I have a rectangle, we're going to change it anyhow. And I would have sit there and cut it like this. Oops. The question is approximately how much do I have cut up? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 1/6 of each one. And I want you to just start thinking about this and knowing that this is 6 slices of the cheese or whatever it might be. We have 6 different slices. But just think of 1/2 and 1/4 for tonight of a square. And work on your worksheet, bring it back to class tomorrow, and you've been flipped on quilts.